Friends in Christ, Pastor Brian here. I've been thinking about our stewardship campaign together and what we have been learning about what it means to be the church post-resurrection. In his letter to the Romans, Paul uses the image of a body for that of the church. A body needs many parts to function. The fingers grip things, the nose to smell, blood to circulate, oxygen, keep the whole thing alive. Now, individually, those things are amazing, they're awe-inspiring, but it is only when they come together that they can fully function. The author of Matthew reminds us that while we do have individual faith, it is the corporate y'all that is often God's focus. How, as a community, we have lived and believed. Now, there's a challenge in that. A need for each of us to be part of that community of faithfulness, but there's also grace there. A knowledge that my neighbor will believe for me when I just can't. That they'll support me when I stumble, and that I will do the same for them. Following Jesus is a communal activity. And when we work together, amazing things can happen. And we see it here at St. John. And a group of people gathered to play bells, to provide coffee and refreshment for Sunday fellowship, in our assembly of worship, gathered around Word and Sacrament on Wednesdays and Sundays. When we share our individual gifts and talents together, we can do all these things and so much more. And this also applies to our finances as well. The reality of a church is that we can only support the mission and ministry that our members give to fund it. And as a staff and council, we strive to be good stewards of those funds. The consistent monthly expenditures is evidence of that. Now, thanks to your generosity, together, we have met our financial obligations over my 7 years as your pastor. We've also done so in this last year, however, by removing our generosity to others from our budget. Removing our giving to other ministries that feed, clothe, shelter, counsel, and heal those most in need. Now, with a successful capital campaign to keep our mortgage payment low and your generous commitment to supporting the 2024 budget, we can return to supporting those ministries and better fulfilling our mission. Now, all of our members should have received a mailing with an estimate of giving card for 2024. If not now, soon. We would ask you and your family to prayerfully consider how you might grow in your giving to the mission and ministry of St. John. And then return that completed card this Sunday, October 22nd, during our worship services. These estimates of giving help our finance committee and council put together a responsible budget for 2024, one which will come before our members in early December. Thank you in advance for your participation and for your generous support of the mission that we are called to. Together, pooling our talents and resources, we can continue to be an outpost of God's reign here on the corner of Walker and Raleigh in Ely, Iowa. God's blessings.